In the middle.
What do you mean?
On the metal bit. You're live.
Hello, everybody.
On the metal ring. Inside ring.
Oh.
Yeah, and again.
Wait. Oh no, I've turned it right off.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better? Oh god, it's backwards, isn't it? I forget it's backwards.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, it is. It's backwards because my hair is not straight. That. Yeah, whatever. Hello, everybody. Is anybody here with me? I don't know if anybody is here with me. Ah, Denise is here. Hello, darling. We've missed you. Is there anybody else coming in to say hello? I'm sorry, there's no backdrop. This is just where I work all day, every day in this lovely office of mine. It's a bit untidy because I've been working all day today. Who else is here? Oh, I missed you. I missed you all so much. It's driving me mad. But I will let you know what's happening if anybody else pops in. I don't know if Roger's coming in. He says he was going to come. So I am waiting. Oh, who's doing this? Hey, oh, Jamie's here. Jamie's here. Hello, Jamie. How are you? Hope all is good. Hope you're doing okay. I have got 12 people in, it says. Get rid of that. Angie's here. She's watching me. Aaron's here. Hi, everybody. This is a new one for me because I don't often fly solo. I always rely on my backup members to help me out a little bit. So, but you've just got me, I'm afraid, this evening, and I am just about to let you know. Hi, Steve. I'm going to let you know what's happening and what's been going on. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Hello. I wanted to come on and do this podcast because it has been a hot minute since we've done anything, and I will let you know why. I had a phone call from a lovely lady who means the absolute world to me, and I don't want to get emotional. Don't get emotional. Okay. So 4 weeks ago, Angie was riding on her horse and an accident happened and she fell off the horse. The lovely Eddie, bless him. Now, she is okay. Well, okay-ish. Unfortunately, she sustained quite a severe injury, which led her to break her leg and ankle in 3 places. Very devastating news. She's actually undergone a intense operation where they've had to fit a plate and screws in her ankle and leg to help repair that area. So it's been an odd start to 2025. Let's put it that way. We had so many plans, that places we were going to visit, and ideas that we had that we want, but we're still going to do that. We're just delaying. So all of the rumors going around saying that FDL are demising, it's no more, that's not true. That is absolutely 100% not true. We are basically giving Angie the time that she needs to be able to recover, because we want her back fully fit and raring to go. But obviously with a team member down, because we are self-funded, it makes it harder for us to go out and investigate places, especially when the prices are so high on certain locations that we really desperately want to get into and desperately want to do. I'm trying really hard not to get emotional. Right, okay. So with that being said, Angie is okay. She is I've spoken to her this morning. She's in good spirits, and we're hoping that she has a doctor's appointment tomorrow. We're hoping that they might be able to change the cast thing that she's in now, because it's obviously really uncomfortable. Hi, Leanne. We're hoping that we're going to get some good news, basically, that she can be fitted into a walking boot, which will help her be a bit more mobile, because at the moment she's absolutely non-weight bearing on it whatsoever. So she's just literally lying around and rewatching FDL videos that we've done in the past, which, to be fair, I've done the same. It's a weird situation where every weekend pops along and you're like, oh, what am I doing this weekend? I'm not doing anything. It's horrible. It's horrible. I don't like it. So, oh dear, goodness me. I didn't think I would get emotional. I've geared myself up all day for this. Anyway, she is fine. We just want her better, and we want to get rocking and rolling again. So with that being said, that's the sad news. Other sad news that we've had is, well, what I've noticed. So having this, with Angie not being available, I've had time to kind of reflect on different things, and I've watched different things on YouTube, etc. And I've noticed that there is quite a lot of new paranormal groups that have started, and also a lot of paranormal groups that have actually completely left the industry altogether. Now, for whatever reason, and we all know that this industry, well, we quite quickly found out that this industry can be quite horrible and quite toxic and quite negative, but we've always steered away from that kind of thing, steered away from those kinds of people, those groups of people. We don't like drama. We hate drama. We just don't need it in our lives. We've got enough with day-to-day living. So we try and steer away from that. But I've also noticed that there's been quite a lot of negativity around paranormal debunkers that are on YouTube. Now, I do watch quite a lot of debunkers on YouTube. My favourite by far is Beardo. I love him. If you haven't seen him, you need to go and check him out, because he is awesome. And he basically goes through videos that people put up that they claim are paranormal, when in actual fact, once he's stripped them down and they've looked at the artifacting and masking and whatever, it isn't paranormal. But these people who are claiming paranormal activity have millions of views. So we had this discussion. Actually, we were away for Christmas with Angie and her family. We had this discussion about what is it that attracts people who like the paranormal, who want to know about the paranormal. What is it that attracts those people to watch their content? Because obviously, you know us, we are as straight as a die. There's no BS, if you like. It's as straight as it comes with us, because we've always gone with the notion, well, what's the point? If you're going to fabricate, why are we paying all this money to fabricate? I could just go and hire a village hall down the road and fabricate stuff and it'd be okay. But we just won't do that. So we were thinking, what is it that attracts them to watch their kind of content? Is it maybe we don't have the charisma? Maybe we're boring. I don't know the answer. But the paranormal world can be extremely toxic. Absolutely. I mean, we've been in some situations, not us ourselves, but we've been around situations, if you like, and to see people who I highly respected, be absolutely horrendous to other people, it blows my mind. And it's like, we've always welcomed any other team out there that wants to do a collab with us. We are more than happy to do that. Any team that wants to hit us up for a bit of advice, we're happy to do that. I think it's all, we're all about the lifting up of people rather than the putting down of people. I think that's what makes us different than quite a few people, I think. This is all my own opinion, obviously. It could be something completely different. This is so going back to Beardo. So if you want to look at other things, and some of the things that he does on his channel, it makes you really think about, I mean, I'm guilty, and I'll be my first to hold my hand up. I am guilty of watching certain shows, not just on TV, but on YouTube and on, what's the other platform I watch? Amazon Prime. I am guilty of it, and I've watched it because it's for entertainment purposes, and I like to see people screaming and running and, you know, that kind of stuff. But in reality, the paranormal isn't like that. It just isn't. You can only do paranormal if you have the patience of a saint. Let me tell you, we have been in buildings that we've sat in for maybe, I don't know, 12 hours or so, and absolutely a minimal thing will happen. Whereas when you go onto some of these channels that I'm guilty of watching, everything happens. It's like, ugh, bang, bang, bang. This is happening. This is happening. That's happening. It's not real. It just doesn't happen like that. It just doesn't happen. So I do worry for people that are trying to start out. And because I remember what it's like for us when we started FDL. It was a shot in the dark. It really was. I mean, we gave up something that we loved to go and do something else, and that was a hard decision to make. But since we started FDL, we've put literally our heart and our soul into providing secure, legitimate evidence. I'm not interested in a bang that's 4 corridors down the road that could have been set off by a car going past, or a through draft or whatever. I'm not interested in that anymore. I used to be, because I used to love it. That's what made me want to be a paranormal investigator. But now I want to know the truth. I want to know what's causing it. How is it doing it? Whenever anything happens when we're doing an investigation, it always leads to more questions. It's never a definitive answer. So it's like, what's happening? Why is it happening? How is it doing it? Could it be something natural? Is it something that happens every night? Is it something that happens due to weather conditions? Things like that. So we're all about looking at that. Hi, Tracy. How are you? This is not, well, it's fun for me, but it's very nerve-wracking when you're on your own. You've got no one to bounce off of. But so I've made loads of notes, guys. So if you see me looking down, I'm just reading. Okay. So these people that are pulling out of the paranormal industry, I often think, yes, I mean, you never know what's going to happen, do you, around the corner? Especially, I mean, look at Angie. We never thought in a million years that she would be, you know, falling off a horse and breaking her leg in 3 places. That just wasn't in the cards for 2025. But hey ho, you deal with the cards you dealt, I suppose. So I do worry about these people that are just coming in and going off, because I think sometimes a lot of peer pressure in this industry can get to people, and it can, because it's sometimes you read things and it's like, you can't respond to that even though you really want to. You can't, because you're just feeding into that toxic environment. You just can't do it. Sometimes you have to kind of shut yourself off from what other people in our industry think. Not everybody is an expert. I don't profess to be an expert, because I'm not. But I like to do what I do, and I know that when I put a video out on our channel, I can wholeheartedly put my hand on my heart and say that everything you see is what actually happened at that time. It's not been tampered with. It's not been masked. There's no artifacting. It is just, it is what it is. And we can't put the finger on why don't we get recognized for that? What is it that these other people have that are getting the recognition for questionable evidence, should I say, not the other word. Have to be careful what you say. Let's see what everybody else is saying. Paranormal work can be extremely toxic. Yes, we love you because you're real. Thank you, Denise. We love you too. Steve, the paranormal isn't like you see on YouTube, TV and YouTube, but we all wish it was. That's why the content is appealing. True, but then it's how do you, so you say that, okay, so how do people like us who want to keep absolutely everything completely legitimate win? How do we win? How do we get the views? How do we get recognized? What is it that we are missing that we are not getting recognized for? I mean, what I'm going to do, because obviously because Angie is not available for us at the moment, I'm going to go through all of our old videos that I've edited and put up on YouTube, and I'm going to try and build a different video of all of our best bits. Now, I've started to do that already, and to look at the stuff that we have got on all of our investigations, it blows my mind. So how is it not blowing everybody else's mind? I don't understand. I don't get it. But if anyone has the answer, let me know. It is frustrating, Tina. It's very frustrating. It is. And it is hard to try not to get disheartened because we put everything into it. You know, we really, really do. And it's frustrating and heartbreaking. But we will carry on. We will carry on doing what we do. We are not going to succumb to, what should I say, entertainment. Is that the right wording? Entertainment. We just won't do it because there's no point if we're going to do that. It's just, it doesn't make sense. But yeah, I mean, we are quite collectively as a group, the three of us, we've got like about 30 years of experience between us. And a fun fact, I've even got a parapsychology diploma. So it's not like we've just thought, oh, I'm going to grab a K2 from that shop that you can't name and go off ghost hunting. It's not like that. I want to look at everything around it. I want to look at the science behind it. I want to look at what's making it do it. How is it happening? Everything. I want to know the answer. And that's what drives me and us as a group to carry on doing it. So, but if anyone has the answer as to why it's more appealing to watch stuff that's not real, let me know. You win by keep doing what you do. I'll share you out. Thank you, Denise. Thank you. We are not for entertainment purposes. That is correct. We're not, because so some people we're probably not entertaining at all. You know, we don't go in going, well, we don't go in with a pre-written script. We go in with very little knowledge about any of our locations that we go to, because we don't want our minds to focus. So say another team went into a building the week before and they said, oh, they've got Anne, Jack, Frank, I don't know, whatever. And then your mind is then constantly influenced by that information, you know, or there's a ghost of a white lady on a staircase. Your mind is then focused on that information. So we try not to even think about or even get to know really much about the building. Whether that's the right thing to do, like I said, I'm no expert. Whether it's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, I prefer to get the evidence whilst we're there, get the information whilst we're there, then take that information away and then research to see if it matches anything that's happened there before. So it gives it a bit more validity to it, if that makes sense. I don't know. Get well soon. Everyone's saying get well soon. Ange, are you still there, babes? Oh, makes me so sad. Makes me so sad that she's so poorly. Bless her. Bless her little heart. Okay. I wrote all these notes and now I can't even read my own writing. Okay, right. So what I was saying about the paranormal, it's so basically it's a patience game. You have to be patient. You cannot just go in and expect all the ghosts to come out to play. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't. And anyone that's documenting it does, it don't. It really doesn't. So you do kind of need to be aware of that, I think. If you're, I mean, a lot of people will only believe in the paranormal if they specifically have their own experience or their own something they can't explain, something abnormal that's possibly paranormal. So, and I think that's why, like when we did our guest event at Chuck Mill, it was really important that we didn't kind of lead the investigation. The guests that came kind of led their investigation because I wanted them to experience their own experience, not to be influenced by anything that we've done or anything we've said in previous investigations. So I think a lot of people, even now to this day, like I say to people, when people say to me, if I meet anybody new, they say, oh, what do you do? I'm like, well, I run my own business during the week, but at the weekends I'm a paranormal investigator. And they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, that's what I do. And they're like, oh, I don't believe in any of that. It's not for me. But if I was to take that individual to a certain place, wherever it may be, and they have an experience, then it leads you to think, oh, well, maybe there is something to it. You know, I used to be really skeptical when I first started this journey, and I used to think to myself, not really sure if I believe in it, to be honest. I need to have that experience. I need to be in that situation where I can either hear it or see it or feel it for myself before I can really move over to the open-mindedness of it all. And sure enough, I went on an event with a company and I had an experience, and it was an experience I couldn't fathom how it happened or what made it happen, or there was any human influence in that. It blew my mind, and it made me go, well, there's more to this. There is more to this. And then I couldn't let it go. I just couldn't, and it spiraled out of control. It's a bit like it's an addiction. That's what it is. It's an addiction. It spirals out of control because no matter where you go or what evidence you get, you always want more. What's the next step? What is the next step? So I used to grade it. I used to go, right, I want to hear knocking, and I want to hear, the next time I go out, I want to hear footsteps. And then the next time I go out, I want to hear a door slam or something being thrown. And every time I go out, there's always, what's the next step? What is that next step? And luckily for us, we have experienced and seen and heard a lot of those steps, which makes me go, well, there's something to this. There is something to it, which is why we carry on. So there was a few rumours going around, as there always is in the paranormal world, that we were closing FDL down and it was to be no more. Well, that's absolutely 100% not true. It's not happening. It's not happening. You can't get rid of us that easily. It's not going to happen. There ain't going to be a broken leg coming between you and us, that's for sure. It's just not going to happen. Okay, so whilst Angie is getting better, bless her, while she's getting better, I have been thinking of things to do to keep you guys engaged with us, keep our YouTube channel being posted all the time and stuff like that, because otherwise you get lost in the algorithm, and the algorithm's a nightmare anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this video of our best bits. We keep going because we want the evidence to know we will see our loved ones again. Keeps us going. Absolutely, that is 100% correct, Victoria. It's a tough thing when you lose somebody that you love, and you think to yourself, oh, am I ever going to see that person again? And when you find stuff and you hear stuff that you cannot explain, it's not, you know, that it's nothing that's been done by any human interference or anything like that. It makes you feel like a weight. For me, this is just my own personal experience. So it made me feel like a huge, heavy weight that was laying on my heart had been lifted. And it was like I needed that, because I couldn't deal with it very well, and I struggled with grief, and I still do to a certain extent. I still do. It's tough, but yes, I completely agree that we carry on doing it because we need that kind of reassurance that there is something else after this life. And I think as humans, we need that. You know, some people are going to disagree with that, and that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But for me personally, I needed it because I couldn't deal with the loss. It was horrific. Hello, John. I feel a certain power group name is just doing it for views. I just do not get. That's my own feelings. Sorry. Okay, well, you know, everybody's got an opinion on different people, and that's fine. We don't get involved too much with other groups, to be honest. We would if people, you know, if they wanted to do an investigation, but yeah, we tend to not get too involved in any drama because it can be horrific and can be mentally draining, to be honest with you. It is sometimes when you look at people and you think, well, I kind of really highly respected you and I thought highly of you, or / them, be careful what I say, and they let you down. And it's like, it's mind-blowing, to be honest, that some people would literally do anything to bring other people down. It's not in my nature. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just too nice. Who knows the answer. Oh, what else have I got to say? You can just chat amongst yourself for a minute. So I've done that. So I spoke about the paranormal teams that are leaving. I think that's so sad that they've never, you know, you've got to give it a chance. You've got to give it a chance. We have been looking at some new venues for 2025. We were looking at these way back in January when we were on holiday together. And there is quite a few places that we are going to be contacting, and hopefully they won't be too expensive to get into. But some of our friends did the Haunted Museum in Stoke on Saturday night. Paranormal Diaries were there, which are a great group of people. If you haven't seen them, go onto their Facebook page and join them. They do some really cracking lives. You know, you get to go on their investigations with them. They are an awesome bunch of people. So we are going to try and contact them and see if we can get in there once Angie's better and up and running. Well, not running, but you know what I mean, up and hobbling, probably walking a bit. So we're going to contact them. There is another place as well that I've looked at. Can't remember what it's called. We want to go back to Ulster Town Hall because that was an incredible evening. That was so random as well, because we went to Ulster Town Hall and it didn't have that same kind of feel, you know, like when you go to a place and you're like, oh god, this place is eerie. There's something about it. But Ulster didn't have that kind of feel until you walked inside it. The outside of it looked like a really lovely, quaint Shakespearean house, really beautiful. And then when you went inside, it was odd. It was odd. And we had phenomenal audibles in there throughout the entire evening. I mean, there was one point, I don't know if you've seen this on our YouTube channel, but if you haven't, you need to get over there and watch it. But at the end of the evening, we were sat on the top floor, and this almighty bang happened. It was as if somebody had literally smashed the door in. We thought somebody had broken into the building. There was only the three of us there. There was nobody there. There was no like caretaker or anything like that. We had literally the building to ourselves. And the loudest, I mean, I grabbed Angie and I grabbed her so hard I hurt her hand. And we were looking for like kind of our torches as a defense weapon, just in case somebody had literally broken in, because it was so loud. It was like, I don't know, it was crazy, absolutely crazy. But we had voices throughout the night. We had a penny being dropped out of the air. It was so weird, so weird. But yeah, so we definitely want to go to Ulster Town Hall again. And the creep tunnels, we've contacted Tracy, I think, has contacted them for us. So we're going to go and have a look up there as well, at the creep tunnels, and see what we can get up there. It's just hard. It's hard for us at the moment because obviously Ange ain't here, and it's sad, and it wouldn't be the same going out without her, if that makes sense. It would just be odd. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't feel right. And plus it would only be me and Mick, and there's only, you know, I spend a lot of time with him. So yeah, so it would be a bit odd without her. So we are waiting for her to get better. So we just need to get better quick. Try and come down to Portsmouth at some point. Lots of places down here to investigate. Ooh, my sister used to live in Portsmouth. Lovely little place. Really nice. Who else is saying? Whatever you put out there, though, is always 100% genuine. It is, Tracy. It's 100% genuine, because I'm not in it for, although I'd like views, I'm not about to subject my, what is the word? My values, or I'm not going to change. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to do it. So it don't sit right with me, I'm afraid. It just doesn't. I don't want to mislead people. This is the thing. I don't want to mislead people. And I don't know how people how they have a conscience when they're misleading people. And all of these people, when you see them on chats and am I saying that? FB social media posts and all that, you just think to yourself, wake up, please. It's like you want to shake them a little bit. But each to their own at the end of the day. I can't spend the rest of my life trying to sway people onto the right side of the world and not on that side of the world. But You know, I'm hoping like the debunkers in this community on YouTube, they are doing a fabulous job. I mean, I highly rate them. Beardo is, I love him. I just think he is absolutely awesome, and he helps people try to understand what is happening in certain videos. And I just think that's only going to help, isn't it? It's only going to help for the legitimate people. It's only going to help us. It's not going to, because we have nothing to fear, you see. I think like other people think that they're being bullied by debunkers, and, you know, they're being singled out. And, you know, I've heard that on a video that I watched of Beardo's the other night, that somebody was saying that they felt bullied by him and stuff. But he was just calling out what you're putting out there. You know, it's nothing. I don't know. It's not like, he's not really bullying. If you've got nothing to worry about, then why is it an issue? I don't know. What? Yeah, we're hosting an overnight at Bronny Garth. Oh my God, I love Bronny Garth. I love it. That Bronny Garth was one of my very first encounters with an actual ghost. Like visually. I visually saw it. I visually felt it. Everything was absolutely visual. And the whole room that we were in just went, it was if it turned into nothing. And I was stood there with this lady who had a nurse's hat on. She had a nurse's hat on with the traditional like red cross in the middle, and it wasn't like a hat. It was like a I don't know what you call them. It was like I can't do it because the camera's weird. Look, it was like it just like sat on her head just here, and she had really like a, oh my days, this camera, I'm doing it the wrong way. It was like she had really, I think it's 60s or 70s hairstyle. So really, she had brown hair, and it was like, you know, like you get like the ringlet, the curly bit that they used to stick on their cheek, like that. And she had the brightest red lipstick on. My hair's a mess now. She had the brightest red lipstick on, and she just was stood there in front of me, literally. And I closed my eyes, and Angie was in the room with Mick because we were setting up the EVP machine. And I said, but I can see her. She's standing, but they couldn't see her. Only I could see her, which was odd. Thought that was really odd, because I'm like, she's standing in front of me, and they're like, we can't see anything. Well, she's there. And I closed my eyes, and I was too scared to open my eyes. And then my hair, just like a little bit of my hair just went up and then dropped down. It was so weird. It was so weird. But I could see her. I could feel her. It was like my body was like frozen. It was so cold. But I could feel her and everything. It was just so surreal. But I absolutely love Bronny Garth. Love it, love it, love it. Wish we could go back there. Yeah, because it is an amazing place to investigate. I'm going in July. This place is bonkers, very spooky. Yes. Your name says it all. Friends don't lie. If you did, you'd be roasted. Hey. So keep on doing it all your way. Yeah, we will do. We will do, Tina. We will not change. We will not change. Not at all. It's not going to happen. But a little recognition for everything that we do wouldn't hurt, I guess. It's frustrating when you're sat on the right side, and yet you don't get recognised for what you do, I suppose. It is hard. This makes me cry most of the time. But what can I do? I can't change it. So the only thing I can do is keep doing what we're doing. And that's the only thing we can do. So what else we got? Let's show FDL some love and smash the like button. Oh, yes, please, Denise. We need all the likes. We need all the love. We need a lot of things. Love you guys. Angie sending you big hugs from Leanne. Get well soon, lady. You better. So I'm going to come after you. And I mean it. Yeah. So, you know, it's an eye. Yeah. So people that have watched. So there is people in the comments that have watched debunkers before. And it is an eye opener. And, you know, I would be the first to admit that I'm guilty. I have watched these shows in the past. And, you know, I'm not talking about the ones that are specifically well known before anybody jumps on that bandwagon. But people that I've like, I think, oh, what can I do tonight? Well, I'm going to watch. Generally, most nights I watch something paranormal, to be fair. And I've been watching certain groups on YouTube, and I just think, why? How? What is going on? Oh, it's so frustrating. But I watch them. And I don't even know why. Stupid, isn't it? Stupid. But never mind. It is what it is at the end of the day. We will carry on striving. Are you ever going to have guests on your investigations? We did do a Chirk Mill investigation. I can't remember the date. I don't know if Tracy's in here. She can remember the date. But I think it was cold. So I'm going to say October, November time, I think, roughly, maybe around that time. So yeah, we did do an investigation with guests. We have tried to do a guest event once before, and not all of the tickets sold. So consequently, I was lumbered with a huge bill to pay, which is fine. It's fine. If I had a lot of people interested, then it would be something we would absolutely consider doing again, because I miss people. You know, I live here, I work here, I live here, I work here. It's one of them. So I do miss not going out and interacting with people. And some of the times that I've done events and stuff, I've absolutely loved every single second of it. Because when people go in and they're like, I'm not really sure if I believe in all this, and then at the end of the night they're going, wow, that was absolutely amazing. If they get something, not every time you get something, but if they get something, then it's an amazing feeling that you have something in common with that somebody else, you know, and it's cool. I love it. I do love it. Right, what else have we got here? Listen, don't cry, it will happen. No, hopefully, John. Hopefully. Oh, it was October the 26th-ish. We're saying we did a guest event. It was Halloween, Angie says. It was Halloween. Oh, yes, it was Halloween. It was Halloween. I wonder what the spirits think of the... I can't say that word on here. I don't know. Sometimes we've had this thought before, because we've visited Chirk Mill quite a bit because we love it there. And when we first went to Chirk on our very, very first investigation at Chirk, we didn't get much stuff. We got bits, but nothing like massive, nothing that was like, oh my God, that was amazing. But we got bits. But every time we've gone back, we seem to punch through another layer. So we came up with this theory. I don't know whether this theory is true or not, or whether it's real or not. I don't know, but this is just my theory. My hair's on a wild one. That we think that when you go and visit these places, and if you go there often, they kind of can remember who you are. I don't know whether this is true or not. Like, I'm no expert, but we think that they, you know, we'll go in and because we're very polite with them. We don't, you know, we are. So we go in and we'll say, hi, we're back again. It's, you know, nice to see you. How has everything been going? You know, we'll talk to them like I would talk to my nan, basically. And, you know, we're wondering whether or not that has an influence on spirits, whether they whether they actually recognize you. You know, I've actually, we know that there is, I don't know if anybody's done Chirk Mill, but if you haven't, you need to do it. If any teams out there listening or anybody interested in the paranormal, you need to go and do Chirk Mill because it is phenomenal. And we've got some really good evidence from Chirk Mill, and there is known to be a child spirit there. And Angie and I, we took these. We went to we had this thing that we were doing with Grizzly Chris in America, where we had to go out to a charity shop and purchase an item that had a bit of history to it. So we didn't tell each other, me and Angie didn't tell each other exactly what we were going to buy. It was whatever we were going to be drawn to in completely different charity shops in completely different areas of the UK. And she went to this charity shop and she bought a clown playing like I think it was a trumpet, or was it a saxophone? I can't remember. And I bought a clown that you wind up at the back and it plays like a tune. Very weird that we both picked clowns, considering we didn't converse about it at all. But we both took those items to Chirk Mill and we donated them there because, to be honest with you, after a while, for me, it was in my office. After a while, it got a bit creepy. So I was like, I'm getting rid of that. So I donated it to Chirk Mill, and Angie donated hers to Chirk Mill. And I believe they're still in the attic unless the child has knocked them over again. I don't know if Tracy can confirm. But there has been so many reports there happening. There's dolls being pushed off, off of the shelf. Literally, these China dolls, they're heavy. They are heavy. And it came off the shelf, smashed, broke all its face, ears, everything. Absolutely smashed to smithereens. So there is so many things, there's so many things that we've done and so many things that are actually for real. So what else we got? See, Nikki, have you guys, Angie, sent you big hugs. Are you ever going to have guests on the investigation? I've done that one. How do you know that's, can I ask, how do you know that some shows and investigations aren't genuine? Can you just tell now that you are in the field as a professional? Okay. So how do I know? I know because of people's reactions, how they are prior, leading up to it. I can tell by what I would deem normal paranormal, if that makes sense. So what is normal paranormal and what is extra abnormal paranormal? So there is a difference between the two, and something that is so completely far-fetched it's just not going to happen. It's not real. It's not going to happen. It's as simple as that. It's just not going to happen. We have been, in our time that we've been doing this, we have been incredibly lucky to get the evidence that we have got. Now, some might say, well, that evidence is, in a small box, because no one's been dragged or, I don't know, hit or anything like that. It hasn't happened. Not to say that it might not happen, because nobody really knows how far you can take it. But we have had things like, we have had a marble being thrown, we've had a penny being dropped, we've had voices, we've had knocking, we've had footsteps, we've had extraordinary things that are not normal. Just not normal. So there is certain elements when I do watch things, I just think, that's just not going to happen. It isn't going to happen. So that's how I know. That's the difference, I guess. What else have we got? The best bit is your video you could do as a funny moments one. Yeah, we could do a funny moments one. Maybe first and then plug the best bits on, and the people might then check out other stuff. Okay, that's a good idea. The best funny moments. We have had some really funny moments, that I can't put in, obviously, because I want to try. I'm trying to find the sweet spot, if you like, for the video longevity, on what, is 40 minutes too long, is 20 minutes too short. It's one of them. So I'm trying to find the correct spot where I need to be at with that. But that is a good idea, Tina. I will have a look. I'm going to have to re-download all of our old videos. I'm going to re-watch them. I'm going to watch them tonight anyway. And then I will pull bits off that I think that you might want to see, things that I didn't put in the edit maybe last time. Yeah, I'll have a look at that and see if I can pull something out of that. Yours have been knocked off. Yours has been knocked off, Nick. Mine's been knocked off. My clown. Did you capture that on CCTV? If you do, I want the evidence. Was it been knocked off? Was there anybody in the building? Did it break? All these questions. I'm gonna have to ring you now. So, would all just involve Mick. What is that? Oh, are you having a little private Mick screaming? Yeah, so that would be interesting to see. So my clown apparently has been knocked off the shelf at Chirkmill. I gave it to him as a present. Has a broken foot. Camera not working. No! My poor clown. Never mind. I thought you'd like that clown because it plays music. So I thought he would love it. Maybe not. So there you go, guys. So I've missed you. And I'm not going to lie. I have. I miss it. I miss ghost hunting. I miss speaking. I miss you all very much. But we are not dissolving. It is not happening. So whoever started that Class A rumour, it's not true. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. Because we're in it for the long haul at the end of the day. And has a broken foot, camera not working, a bit like Ange. Has a broken foot / leg. So yeah, so we will be back. We are coming back. I'm going to try my best to try and post stuff for you as regularly as I can. But obviously with no content and us being able to not get any content, it's really difficult for me to think about what I can post. I even thought about doing maybe doing a weekly podcast and doing ghost stories. If you guys have got ghost stories that you want me to read out or anything like that, I'm happy to do that. Just anything really. So if anyone's got any wild suggestions, you need to let me know. My camera's really unfocused. Yeah, let me know what you want me to do. I think it's going to be tough. This bit is going to be tough, because obviously we want to get out and do the investigations and stuff. So it's hard, especially when you see other people going out at the weekends, and it's like, oh, let me jump in your boot. No one will even notice I'm there. But I can't do that. So I'm going to love you all and leave you. I can't believe I've managed to get to nearly an hour without crumbling. I nearly crumbled at the beginning, but I thought to myself, what am I going to talk about? I'm going to just be sat there talking to myself like a lonely old maiden. But yeah, we'll be back. We will be back. We want Ange to get absolutely 100% better. And she needs to keep her 2 feet on the ground for a while, I think. Stop messing about. Yeah, so we will see you shortly. Please message us anytime. You got our email address. It's FDL Paranormal 7@gmail.com. If you want to message us with any stories or just anything. And I will do the content video for our best bits from last season, and I will try and do some bloopers if I can pull some out of the bag. Depends on if the footage has been deleted. I'll have to have a look. I will do that, so I'll get them done, and we'll just, if anybody wants me to do something else, I'm happy to do whatever you want me to do, because I'll be bored until it's time to go out again. Hopefully tonight has shown how much we love you and miss you guys. Looking forward to seeing the three of you together again. Get better soon, Angie. I know. I literally thought, I was panicking all day. I'm thinking I'm gonna be like sitting in there just talking to myself. I look so weird. But thankfully, you guys showed up. So I'm forever grateful. And you've made it a lot easier than what I thought it was going to be honest. It is hard flying solo, but the three of us will be back together in no time. I hope, it's fingers crossed, legs crossed, everything crossed. Let's hope we get some good news tomorrow, and that she's on the right road to recovery, because she needs to get better, because I miss her and it's not fair. So so what we got, good bloopers, attic in the mill. Oh yes, we have a classic there. I've definitely got that somewhere. I'll have to check all the archives and all the b-roll, because there's tons of it. So it might take me a while, but I'll definitely do it. So just hang in there, guys. Stay real. Hang in there with us, and we will definitely be back. Okay, we'll definitely be back. Hang in there. We love you all so much. Thank you all for your amazing support, for all of your wonderful messages that we've received. We love you all very much. I can't stop getting emotional. Must be, is there a full moon or something? What is happening? Is there a full moon? Somebody tell me. What's happening? Is there a lunar cycle that I need to be aware of? I don't know. Maybe there is. I can't see a moon, but maybe there is. But we do love you, and we will see you all very soon. Love you all lots. Bye-bye.